What's up, guys? I'm Sean from Srkcycles, and this is my friend Dick.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
What is this?
This is a 2018 Morgan. A Morgan is a English vehicle, and it's made by Morgan Motor Vehicle Company.
Okay.
They've been making these Morgans since 1909.
So it hasn't changed much. I mean, because it looks like a 1909 vehicle.
Sean, if I showed you a picture of a 1935 Morgan, it would look almost exactly like this. Pipes might be a little bit higher, but they've kept the profile would look pretty much the same, and they've maintained the same look.
It's got the same skinny tires, same actual spoked wheels.
Absolutely. Now, what they used to do is they used to have motorcycle tires on the back as well as the front.
Okay.
And now they have a regular car tire on the back, for better traction and so forth.
Now, the reason this is on the channel, and I know you're saying, you're like, Sean, when you don't want a car on the channel, this is not a car.
No, it's titled as a motorcycle. So
right, anything with three wheels is a motorcycle. Now, that is not a 1909 motor.
No. When they first started making these Morgans, they made them with a motor called a matchless, which was a small motorcycle motor. That is an SNS 2-liter motor.
Horsepower-wise, we talking what, 150?
No, it's only 85 horsepower, but this vehicle is only about 1,200 pounds. It's like 1,150 pounds dry.
That's pretty decent power to weight ratio.
It's crazy fast and crazy quick.
So, tell me more, what's this actually made of?
It's made out of aluminum, but they have wood in the frame.
Really?
Yeah. So, if you don't mind, we can open this up and I can show you a little bit of the wood in the frame.
Yes, pop it open.
Okay, if you hold that one up there, and we just lift this thing up. Okay, now here's the trunk. So there's some trunk space back here. You got a decent amount of trunk space. And if you pull this over here, you can look down in there and you can see the wood grain on the on the ash wood that they still use. They haven't changed the process in 110 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And obviously this is the gas tank. How big is the gas tank?
Well, they say it's 11 gallons, but to be honest with you, I put about 4 gallons in there and it kind of tops off. And I go about 200 miles and I refill. So there is a pretty decent gas gauge on there, but I don't take any chances. I fill her up.
Right. And this comes off and you have a second seat back here?
Yep, got a second seat there. And there you go. So you got 2 seats in there. Plenty of legroom. There's no engine to obstruct your feet, obviously, so you got tons of legroom. You could put 2 travel bags in there if you're going by yourself.
Now that looks like a manual gearbox, that's a non-sequential transmission, right?
Right, that's a 5-speed Mazda Miata transmission.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's cable driven because the transmission's not actually there. It's probably up here, right?
The transmission is here. So you have a bevel box from the engine that takes the drivetrain back to the back wheel and then a belt on the back wheel.
Okay, it's belt driven.
Yeah,
okay, that's cool.
Wheel.
Now, how many times have you burned your legs?
Never.
Never.
Well, no, that's not really true. If I stood over here too close, but this little guard here is great. In fact, when I drive this thing in the winter, I'll reach down and just hold on to this thing here and it's really nice and warm. But I have stepped too close in the back here, but you realize pretty quickly.
Right. I mean, anyone who rides motorcycles with side pipes, we all have burns right here on our calves because that's kind of the name of the game. So there's no vents, there's no blower vents for heat or anything like that. It's just.
I got heated seats. I got little switches for heated seats, which they go from kind of cold to burning your butt. You know what I mean? So it's they're not that well calibrated, but it's pretty effective.
Now, what is underneath here?
Underneath here is the fuse box. We can lift it off if you want. So you have your oil tank here, your battery, and I don't even know what this is.
Probably your brake reservoir.
I'm not a technical guy, Sean. You know what you know what specs I care about? It's crazy fun. It's cool. It's kind of rare. They only make about 800. This company only makes about 850 vehicles a year.
I've I've been to hundreds of auctions. I've seen millions of different cars. I mean, hundreds of thousands of different cars. I've never seen one of these.
Yeah.
I've never even seen one. I've driven everything else that they make that has 3 wheels. I've driven the Vanderhall, I've driven the Slingshot, but I've never driven a Morgan, and I'm so excited. This is so clean looking, though.
No, I think they've done a very nice job. It drives very smooth.
Well, this thing is super cool. I'm excited. Let's take it for a spin.
Okay, let's have some fun.
All right, cool.
All right, man.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
It'll take you about 2 seconds to get used to this.
yeah.
You just listen to that thing.
You feel like you used to be back in the countryside.
Exactly.
You know, ripping up those hills. This is a blast. You know, it's just one of those sayings where it's like, would you rather be driving a Ferrari slow or a slow car fast? You know what I mean? And this is not a slow car, but when you drive it,
It feels fast.
you feel faster than what you're actually doing.
Yeah, you know, when I'm going into 5th gear, or coming down from 5th into 4th, you know, I look at the tach. If it's going below 25, you know, like 2,500, you can hear it starting to bog down a little bit, and then you back off.
The cool thing about it is you get this really old, classic, antique feel, but it's modern components.
It's perfect. It's a perfect blend.
I've driven even driving 60s muscle cars. The gearbox feels sloppy as anything, and it just feels all loose. But this feels real nice and tight, and that engine's got a beautiful purr to it. But it just
Yeah, when you back off the gear and you hear that thing breathe and inhale,
yeah.
it's amazing. And it's kind of a funny story. When they started making these, they made them as 3-wheelers for tax purposes.
Right. It's a pretty smooth ride.
Oh yeah.
And it's cool that you can see your tires right there. You can see all your components. You know nothing's wrong.
And you can put all kinds of different decals on them. Some of them have like shark's teeth on the front.
Yeah.
So you can one guy says it looks like the shark's gonna eat the tires.
Yeah, right.
So,
The visibility is amazing. You can see everything.
oh, you can see everything. I would think it's almost as good as a 2-wheel motorcycle in terms of visibility.
You're so close to the ground. Yeah, this is a blast, and it's. Well, see, there's a lot of like the cool style is what the Slingshot's missing out on.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like a side by side.
You know, I always thought the Slingshot looked a little bit like a Fred Flintstone's car. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's a personal thing. I mean,
It's also about a third of the price.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's very affordable. I actually think it kind of likes it when you wind it up.
Yeah, give it a little bit.
Yeah. Plus, it's more fun.
Right.
The engine's almost saying, "Yeehaw!"
Right. Yeah, this is a blast to drive. It's different, you know what I mean? There are elements of it, you know, the open element. Honestly, I feel more open in this than I do on my motorcycle, just because I'm always wearing a jacket, I'm always wearing a full face helmet. Right.
So
You jump in something like this, it's a little more cavalier, a little more relaxing, you know?
I mean,
I'm so sick of you getting these cars and these guys think they're modifying it by putting a short shifter, and you lose all feeling. You have no throw anymore. You know what I mean?
60.
Pretty quick.
Hey, you still have 87% if you want to keep riding.
Well, we'll let you take that Slingshot for a spin.
Okay.
Well, hey, thank you very much. This has been a great thing to take for a spin. It's a blast. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.